just let me know. But they show no fish. Yeah, say you found it, but she's still gonna hold on. They say you found it, but she doesn't want.
Hey babies, I'm gonna try to make this quick. I got a sore throat because of that breathing tube, but I woke up this morning to like a lot of questions from women regarding why I had to get a hysterectomy, and they also explained to me that they have to get one as well. So first we're gonna bring it back to 2023. They found precancerous cells on my cervix, so I had to get a leak procedure. Thankfully, when they tested it, none of it came back as cancer. So then we go from that issue to 2024. I believe it's called a mammomectomy, or I just know I had fibroids. I had to get surgery to remove the fibroids. And then now, after the fibroids got removed, maybe a year later, 2025, I noticed like it was hurting during sex. Um, my back was always hurting real, real bad. My stomach was always hurting real, real bad. I think that year I ended up in the emergency room like maybe 3 or 4 times, and we couldn't figure out what was going on. So this past April, I started experiencing the same pain again. So this time I knew I had a pap smear coming up. So I asked my doctor in May when I went in for my women's exam, could she get tests ran done for endometriosis and I don't know if I'm saying it right, adenomyosis. She said yes, so she scheduled me a doctor's appointment. I'm sorry for talking slow, but I'm still in a lot of pain and my throat hurt. So I went in for an ultrasound about 2 weeks after that appointment, and then it took them about 4 or 5 days to come back with the results. The results actually came to me on a Saturday, and when I opened them, it said I had adenomyosis. So that Monday, my doctor called me, and she was like, "We have to get you in for an appointment because we have to go over our next steps." From my understanding, with adenomyosis, you're able to get a hysterectomy, and they can get rid of it for you once you get the hysterectomy. Because I believe adenomyosis, I believe it's tissue, extra tissue, or something that grows inside of your cervix or whatever. I don't want to give y'all the wrong information. I can't think right now, y'all. I'm sorry, but me and my doctor have been talking about me getting a hysterectomy over the last couple of years, especially due to the fact that I had all of them fibroids growing on my uterus, and I didn't want to have to get another surgery just to remove that when it would have been better to get a full hysterectomy. So once I got diagnosed with adenomyosis, I went ahead and decided to go ahead and get the hysterectomy. So fast forward until Wednesday, I had to go in for pre-op. I had to meet with the financial department to make sure my insurance covered everything because I did meet my deductible. So thankfully, my insurance covered every single penny of this surgery. Um, and then from there, they took me into the pre-op room because they had to draw blood because they said my hemoglobin was, I believe, at an 8 or a 9. So they suggested just in case, um, I did sign paperwork to get a blood transfusion just in case I needed it. Um, so they gave me the stuff to bathe with or whatever for the night before surgery and the morning of surgery. I had to be at the hospital at 10:30. We got there at 10:30, and they put my wristband. Like I had 6 wristbands, like 5 or 6 wristbands, because I'm also allergic to Benadryl. So of course they had to make sure they put that allergy on my wristband. Um, so we got there. We sat there until about 11:30 before they came and got me to go to the back to get changed in my hospital stuff for surgery. I got changed. First of all, Mother Nature kicked in, so she wanted me to do another. She wanted me to try to use the restroom in a cup, but I couldn't pee because I had pee before I got to the hospital. And then my monthly friend was on, so TMI that thankfully they had pads and mesh underwear that I can wear during surgery or whatever. But long story short, this band is for, they had to give me a stomach blockage. I think it was like 4 different stomach blockages to help ease the pain after surgery. And then the last thing I remember was I was rolled to the surgery room. They asked me to move, well, they helped me move to the surgery bed where the laparoscopic machine was. So I did that. The last thing I remember is, okay, we're about to put the general anesthesia in your IV. And then I woke up from surgery. And even then they said that my nurse in recovery basically said that um, I took a long time than usual to wake up from surgery. And basically they didn't want to give me a certain medication because they thought it was going to stop my breathing. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. So back to the video. I'm sorry, I had to answer a call. I don't remember where I left off. But long story short, after I woke up, they wanted me to pee. That's the only way you can get discharged is if you pee. So I struggled with it because they wanted me to try to pee in the bedpan. I couldn't do it. So when he finally, the nurse helped me get out the bed, rolled me to the bathroom, and I was able to go into the bathroom and pee, but it wasn't a lot of pee, so we had to stay a little bit longer. I went to the bathroom about 4 times, but it still wasn't a lot. And then that last time, I guess I peed out enough to where I finally could get discharged. Um, Long story short, got discharged, got home, and my doctor called me. Basically, her concern was she was like she thought that I peed a certain amount from what the nurse told her, but I didn't. And she said had she would have known, she would have told them not to discharge me, and they would have had to put a catheter inside of me. So last night she called and was like that she wants me to go to the bathroom every hour. I ended up doing every 30 to between 30 to 45 minutes. I had to go to the bathroom. The anesthesia stinks. It has a strong smell. My throat hurt like hell because of the breathing tube. I'm gonna post a video of my incisions because my baby did record a video of my incisions. So he did I'm gonna post those at the end of the video, but it was 4. They used a laparoscopic machine on me. So I have 4 incisions. I have like 1 on this side, 2 on this side, and then I got the one above my belly button. That one is pretty big. But yeah, right now I'm just pretty much swollen and sore. I've been taking my medication around the clock. I still haven't been able to do the number 2 yet. But onto these fibroids, because I had a young lady message me and basically was talking about fibroids. Like when you get to TMI, some of the symptoms I had for fibroids was the cramps, back pain, heavy cycles. And when I say heavy cycles, I would wear the period pull-up, period diapers, and I would fill that up within an hour. And I'm talking about it's so full, like I had to go stand in the bathroom at times just to take it off because that's how full it was. I was passing big blood clots. So that's how we found out I had fibroids. But with the denomyosis, it was like similar symptoms, except for I would bleed the week before my cycle would come on. A lot of times it was just brown discharge, TMI, I'm sorry. And the pain was so bad I couldn't stand up straight. Like I pretty much had to survive on this heating pad, and then I also, baby got me a heated blanket. And I've been taking number pain pills. So that's why I decided to go ahead and get the hysterectomy. Like I said it before, we talked about this off and on for like the last 3 years, and I always chickened out and was like, no. But the pain that comes with the denomyosis, I couldn't take it no more. I was in here crying and angry damn near every day because I was in that much pain. But so far recovery has been cool. I did have to go to the hospital today because my doctor called and she felt like that I wasn't that I still wasn't peeing enough, and she didn't want my bladder to be too full. So we got to the hospital. Shout out to my doctor, Dr. Farishta. When I say that lady don't play about me, she don't play about me. As soon as I walked in, all the nurses, you Dr. Farishta's patient? I'm like, yeah. They immediately took me to the back. She said that one of the nurses was like that my doctor put an alert out to let everybody know I was coming in, and I cannot sit in there with living room waiting out the stress because I did just have surgery yesterday, and they need to make sure that they don't need to put that catheter inside of me. So they did the scan. Basically, she said if it was over 100, like the fluids in my bladder, if it was over 100, I would have to get the catheter. But thankfully, it was only at a 9. So I was able to get discharged and come back home. Them catheters are painful. I had one in the past, and I wouldn't want to get that shit again. So thankfully, I was up around the clock last night. I barely got any sleep because I had my alarm set for every 30, depending on how much I peed. If I peed a little, I was getting up between 30 to 45 minutes. If I peed a lot, then it would be 45 minutes to an hour before I go to the bathroom again. Let's see what else. As far as the type of hysterectomy that I got the full hysterectomy. They took my cervix, my uterus, and my fallopian tubes, I believe. I believe I did see fallopian tubes on the paper. They took all of it. Now, some people are confused about a partial and a full. A full is everything that I just named, except I kept my ovaries. And I kept my ovaries because I didn't want to go into menopause at this age. And she did tell me if I was to get my ovaries removed, I probably would have went into menopause within the next couple of days. Full-blown menopause. Hell no, I don't want the issues right now. A partial is you keep your cervix. You get a hysterectomy, but you get to keep your cervix. That's a partial, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But I ended up getting a full. They pretty much took everything but my ovaries. So with this surgery, please stay hydrated. Please get your rest, because honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I ain't been resting. I rested yesterday, and that's because the anesthesia was still in my system. So I couldn't force myself to wake up unless I hit the pee. But today, I ain't even gonna lie, I didn't get no rest. I woke up. We went to the hospital when she called. We left the hospital. I had to go to Target because I had an order waiting on me. My youngest 3 kids start school on Monday, which I'll be homeschooling. So I was downstairs at my desk printing out a lot of papers. But I have been taking my medicine around the clock like I'm supposed to. But yeah, stay hydrated. I don't know. I haven't really been drinking because the anesthesia. Like my taste buds is weird right now, but I've been forcing myself to drink. But y'all, I'm not in pain. I'm just swollen and it hurts. I'm at about like if it was a 1 through 10 out of pain, I'm maybe a 4 or a 5. And then my shoulders hurt because with the laparoscopic machine, they blow your stomach up, but they put air in your stomach so they can see what they're doing during the procedure. So you gotta pass gas and try to get rid of that air. But yeah, my whole shoulder hurt. I've been only been able to fart like twice. TMI. Don't try to do me. But yeah, pretty much I gotta keep this on until Friday of this coming up week. Just in case I gotta go back to the hospital. They know they gave me 4 stomach blockages before I had my surgery. It was 3 or 4, it was one of them. But I'm about to get some rest. I just took another pain pill. I'm gonna try to get some rest. If y'all have any more questions, feel free to hit me up. I'm trying my best to respond to a lot of people. That's why I make this video, because baby, it was hard to admit. I was only able to message 2 people. But so yeah, pretty much the reason why I went ahead and got the full hysterectomy is because I had a laundry list of medical issues, and then just recently got diagnosed with something else. If your doctor is telling you to get a hysterectomy, and that's another thing, before I even agreed, I wanted to make sure I've exhausted all of my options. We did the birth control pills, that didn't work. The IUD, that didn't work. If anything, the IUD had me in so much pain as well. So I got that removed, and then got my diagnosis with adenomyosis. Please listen to your doctor. And also, if your doctor don't want to listen to you, find a new one. Because one thing I love about my doctor, Dr. Farishta, anytime I ever was concerned about something, she gonna get tests ran. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I knew it was something wrong with me. Like I told her, I know my body, and I know it's something wrong. And she seen me like I was in tears, telling her how much pain I had been in over the last couple of months before I had got my diagnosis. And she went ahead and put orders in for me to get a transvaginal ultrasound. So that's how we found out what I had. But if your doctor is not listening to you, because I've seen in these hysterectomy groups and these endometriosis and adenomyosis groups, how a lot of people went years in pain because their doctors wouldn't listen to them. I remember seeing one lady say that she had got so many opinions, and that last final doctor finally took her serious, and she found out that she had both endometriosis and adenomyosis. Thankfully, with my surgery, it came back that I only had adenomyosis, which your girl is about to get some sleep. I'm gonna try to get back to my content, but I really have to rest. I'm in pain. I'm swollen. Like my pain ain't that bad, but these incisions and my stomach is just so swollen right now. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my video out. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, and when I'm up to it, I'll respond. Love y'all.